Welcome back to East versus West Hull, and a full house here at the KC Stadium. Hull, of course, they'll be happy with the fact that their standoff Paul Cook, so many times instrumental in turning them into a victorious side. And Kingston Rovers will be happy of their return of their captain, James Webster. Like all derby games, it's going to be rough.
It is, isn't it? I mean, Hull the clear favourites, I suppose, going into the game, with the back of the talent that they have and the fact that they made the grand final last year, but their current form hasn't been that strong. What you've seen though in this game is their ability to go forward the ball far stronger than Hull Kingston Rovers. When Hull KR played well this season and gone on to win games, it's been on the back of very few mistakes. We've seen two already in this game in less than 6 minutes from Rovers, and that won't help their chances.
Goddard with a big blunder, the man drafted in at full-back for Ben Cockayne, and Justin Morgan said that Cockayne is available for selection, but he is not picked.
He knocks on, you start sledging him about what he's just done, it causes a problem. Okay?
Well, it was a nothing kick from Paul Cook. It was far too deep. There was no pressure applied to John Goddard.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard a referee having a go at a player for back-chatting, or as he said, sledging a player who'd made a mistake.
It can't be penalised, Eddie, can't it? Ungentlemanly conduct.
It's a good job they don't do it in the cricket field, is it?
Careful, Scott!
Here come Hull. This is a glorious opportunity for them. It's Ewan Dowes.
Through, McCall!
He will play the ball, and this now is Paul Cook. It's a ball wide to Rayner, and there's the first try for Danny Tickle. The mistake from Goddard's referee, though, hasn't given it yet. Well, it wants to check the grounding, I think. Well, Steve Ganson asks for assistance, and the big screen will tell this sellout crowd what the decision is. And Hull have the lead. Danny Tickle with the try, with his second try of the year. Well, Paul Cook is the kicker here, and Danny Tickle has hit 16 from 20, an 80% success rate. But today, Paul Cook so far 100%, and Hull are ahead by 6 points to 0.
This is the error from that man Goddard, and from that position, Cook with a long ball, lovely ball back inside. Got to take your hand off to Gareth Rayner. He took it well. This is one thing he specialises in, the standoff Paul Cook. The ability to just drift out towards the touchline, miss out one, sometimes two men, and give the winger the chance.
16 and a half minutes gone of the first ever City of Hull Super League derby. Ward driving it forward for the red and white of Hull Kingston Rovers.
To be fair, the Rovers have done quite well. You know, they got that early shot, and that's a real bad error.
Byron Ford, Hull Kingston Rovers leading scorer, he simply went without the ball.
And the body language is so flat, isn't it? On the back of that mistake, every player walked to position now, forming this scrum, head down, hands on the hips. They are tired, but they need to find some strength of character here, Steve-O. They have to defend this set.
Not only that, Phil, I just get a feeling that Hull are getting in confidence, and they will probably do a set pattern move here. Wouldn't surprise me. Peter Sharp is a very shrewd coach.
Here is Briscoe, fed from the base of the scrum, the Hull fullback.
First, hold, go.
Yeaman will come down this short side. You're right, Steve-O, they are targeting this right-hand corner for Rovers. Rayner, infield to Swain. This is King, short ball. Danny Tickle! Danny Tickle! Oh, an important tackle that was by Goddard. There's Richard Swain. Here's Cook, now it's Horn. Horn drops the shoulder. Looks for support, nobody there.
He's bombed it, it really should have gone out right. He should have whipped it out to the three quarters.
It's with Cook again, he comes back this way. Briscoe! For Hull. Second try for the black and whites. Sean Briscoe.
And again, it came from an error. This occasion, Byron Ford knocked on, and from that position, Cook slipped ball back inside. Ever so simple move. Hull KR failed to drift across and make sure that the ball was back. Briscoe knew exactly what the standoff was about to do, and the maestro Cook is stirred in the broth, and OKR, they're in a bit of a stew.
Well, look here, they get the ball from the mistake, punch around that left side like Steve-O's spoken about, and then go to the other side of the post. They work in this left side, but then go over to the other post, and Briscoe scores his third try. Do you know what? This looks like a team that wishes it was somewhere else right now. They've been under pressure for a while, their heads are down, and there isn't a lot of positive talk taking place.
Cook adds the extras, and the Black and Whites lead by 12 points to 0.
They look very nervous, don't they? They never used to play like that. Every time you see these play, from last year's team that was in that won the National League, there's 10 players today that's taking the field.
I don't know how their coach Justin Morgan can change things out there, but they're still using that long ball out wide and just using the dummy runner, just one. They've got to come back on the angle a little bit more.
It's Ben Fisher. A little forward that from Gallagher, but he gets the ball away brilliantly to Fisher. It's been a big test of this Black and White defence for a wee while. Gallagher again, and here now, Webster. Short ball to Stanley Jean, such strength. Offside against the Black and Whites. Another penalty to Rovers. Penalty count bouncing.
Oh, he's tapped it, he's tapped it. Ganson had his back to him and said, I haven't blown it now, you're on.
I think he did blow, you know.
He did, he said he wasn't sure what was happening though. They meant himself or the player.
If at first you don't succeed, we'll blow again.
Webster. Gannon is brought to ground by the Black and White's captain Radford.
Somebody run an angle.
This is Gallagher. Did a drop of the shoulder, Gallagher! And Gallagher! He's very close. He's held up, just short. Fisher, here is Webster. Webster short ball to Vella, great defence again. Fantastic tackle that, Danny Tickle.
And Newman underneath on the legs.
Dyer! And the dam has broken. Luke Dyer for Hull Kingston Rovers.
They caught Hull out there. He'd gone out of the line and Dyer took full advantage of it. See how Cook went? He went for that intercept. He got left in no man's land, and this is what it means to the red and white. The East Hull side, they are ecstatic. This is a big kick.
Oh, Morel, you see they haven't got a goal kicker out there. Last tackle here for Hull KR, Webster. Up it goes, Tester for Singh, Tester for Tony. Motu Tony safe as houses. Sees a little gap. Motu Tony! He fancies taking on Vella. He's given it to Matt Singh. Matt Singh cuts back inside. Gives it back to Motu Tony and is clattered to the ground by Vella.
What an effort from Vella. Michael Vella taking on a winger and forcing the winger to step back on the inside. That was incredible from the prop forward.
Motu Tony, back it goes to Richard Horn. Thought about the long pass, takes it on himself.
That was amazing passage of rugby league football.
And credit the Rovers, they've got back in numbers here. The defensive line is set. A drive forward here by Scott Wheeldon. Richard Swain. Paul Cook over the top. Matt Singh is in this time. Matt Singh with the try. Will the referee give it? Yes, he will. Because a Hull Kingston Rovers player appears to be taken out by Sid Govic then. Referee had a little word with the touch judge, who was all right with everything.
Again, the long pass from Cook misses out. Two wide players, but it all came about from Motatoni's run. But keep your eye on the prop forward, Vella. He pushes him. Singh should have just burnt him apart and forced him back on the inside. It was to no avail. It was tremendous defence to get back in time. But Cook knew exactly that the winger had gone looking inside, and they have paid that price. Good finish. Excellent pass from Paul Cook. Okay, he's come up with two very bad errors, but he has certainly made up for it.
Well, the break from deep, you see an 80-metre gain, but Hull Kingston Rovers' recovery outstanding. 4 tackles they were able to withstand, but after 5, well, that was too much. Matt Singh went over for the try. Can Cook convert?
And it's drifting it towards the post, but Doesn't drift it quite enough. It's 16-4 to the black and whites.
Message out to Fisher and start creating a lot more problems. Remember, early in the game I made the point that it was the Harlequins that took them apart. Hull, that is.
That's a great ball in field. This is Tangata-Toa! David Tangata-Toa just plunges over the line. It was a wonderful ball back on the inside. The substitute, David Tangata-Toa, ultra consistent last year, yet to start a match in 2007. And Scott Morrell from bang in front. It could be 16-10, and it is. Hull KR back within a converted try. Fisher. Here is Morrell. Halted by Sid Domick. Also there's Scott Wheeldon. Fisher scampers into dummy half again.
That's a penalty. Interference. Silly play from Domick.
Would you kick it goal?
No, I'd tap it. Get on with it.
And they're doing exactly that. Here's Tangata-Toa again. Mano with the tackle. Knock on. No, penalty against Hull again.
He might call the captain here, you know.
Captain, please.
I think he is, yeah.
Captain.
That's two on the trot. They could be construed as professional fouls.
Mate, just got roped here a little bit. I know you didn't mean, but don't get your hands in. You leave me with no choice but penalise you.
Look at the penalty count. 9 penalties for Hull Kingston Rovers, only 3 for Hull.
Well, isn't that amazing? The official, Steve Ganson, said, I know you didn't mean it, but don't leave your hand in there.
This is Fisher. Here is Webster. Now then, they're in here with Andreas Bauer. Hull Kingston Rovers are biting back. Andreas Bauer. Penalties caning Hull. And the red and whites, they're back in the match. This is the biggest 4 points he's ever scored.
Good dummy runner, came back on the angle and just confused the Hull defence. Watch for the man to appear. He was going round Webster, and if you suck the winger out of it, and Andreas Bauer, can he get it?
Oh, he's just the wrong side of the post, Gareth Morton. Looks like he might have stubbed his toe as well. He limps back at the other end of the field.
And he was sort of banner amongst the Rovers fans at the start of the game. He just had one word on it, believe.
Sean Briscoe is a fair way back. It's just his own side of the halfway line. There you can see him. He knows and he's anticipating something.
Michael Vella's gifted it to Richard Horne. They've not been able to take advantage of these Easter eggs. So
it's all over now unless Hull come up with an error, and I don't think they will. It'll be.
He had to try that though, Steve. They were 2 points behind. It's the last set of the 6 that they'd have in the game.
it's Paul King. And Hull look like they're going to win the first meeting in Super League against their local rivals. Domick! They will now! Sid Domick, and in his celebrations then, he gave Ewan Downs an uppercut. He punched towards the crowd, and Ewan Downs is coming in to hug him, and he got a right one. Paul Cook then, just to wrap up the scoring. It's 20 points to 14, this for a 22-14 victory, and Justin Morgan's men know that just perhaps that scoreline flatters the black and whites a bit. 22-14 it is. Domick's try right on the final siren. But they have been a credit, both teams. Both sets of supporters. Terrific game, and let's hope the bonhomie continues way after the match is finished here. And the crowd wends its way home this Easter Monday afternoon.